A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. The dangerous hill now to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Now it's Burrow. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Burrow looking to pass. Chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
First and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
On second down, Burrow. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 20! And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Here's Jacobs. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Jacobs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
And no good. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Naeem Hines, his first carry. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Ashton Davis on the
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Tua. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
The Bears' 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Play action. It's Burrow. They got possession on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Vikings 13, Bears nothing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Hines. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jamie Collins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
And it's 4th down.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive.
Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. 20, 10. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Returnable here for Davis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Jenkins. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brought down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, Now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going to try and throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Hines. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
They run with Hines. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hines on a toss play. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. This will be caught just inside the 10. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
But it brings up 4th down.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Wayne. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
A yard brings up 4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Vinatieri's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now to return, this is David Johnson. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Darryl Roberts right there on the coverage.
For David Njoku. Brings up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off for the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Leon
there for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
Brings up
as usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Bears.
On the delay, here's Hines. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
41-yard line.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. 13. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave three out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Jacobs,
the All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Von Miller.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Burrow will throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, Jacobs. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Burrow on play action. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there, but it'll be 2nd down. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's going to be caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerry Jeudy, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's Judy complete. And he's brought down, but nothing before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Well, a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He's going deep for Brown. This is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games up to
the ball is out. And this belongs to the Vikings.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You get it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was
down there? You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 30.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 53 yards.
18-yard line.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. On 3rd down, Burrow. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Burrow. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Morgan Burnett. And this
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. He'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They're going for Jefferson, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa. Back to Brown, this time complete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Down, Chicago.
One final try for Tagovailoa. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 30.